All right, so we'll go and kind of continue on. So it's still burning in there, right? Yep. All I did was just choked it down and kind of limited its ability to grow a little bit more rapidly. So remember, the clothes and everything you wear nowadays are a lot more flammable, I guess, as compared to the older stuff. The older stuff will still burn, but the stuff today will burn a lot more aggressively, a lot faster, a lot hotter, and it's not as good. It's really bad for us to breathe that in too. This is just wood, but this wood also is plywood and is made up of layers with glue in it, and that glue is that nasty smell that you're probably smelling right now. What I'm trying to simulate here, get that door to close. Fire needs oxygen to breathe, right? It also needs to ventilate. If you pour a glass of water into like a container, it'll go down to the bottom and then fan out, right? Well, smoke will do the same thing, just in reverse. It goes up with heat. With that being said, it will generally start to try to move towards an area where it's going to get oxygen from. So right now, it's going to be coming out through this door right here at the top, but it's also needing to breathe, so it's going to pull clean air in through the bottom. So if you look about right here, it's what we call a neutral plane. It's all smoke and heat. Down below, it's all fresh air getting sucked back in to feed that fire. If I open up this door more, now it's going to get a lot more oxygen, and now it's going to burn a lot hotter and a lot faster. But if I close this door down on it, it's going to pull itself back and kind of regress a little bit. So I can change the fire behavior.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I can change the fire behavior just by opening and closing doors. So your house catches on fire, right? Get low and get out. While you're getting out, if you have the ability to, close the door behind you. Could be your front door, could be the bedroom door. If you can close the bedroom door that the fire's in, awesome, right? Because now you've limited it to that environment. Those bedroom doors are rated for about an hour, generally. Or they'll last about, sorry, your garage door is rated an hour, your bedroom door is probably rated like 20, 30 minutes under fire conditions. Sorry guys, again, the wind's gonna change on me all day today. It's kind of a pain. I'll try to get and show you guys that smoke itself, the product of combustion, is flammable. See, just opening the door, it's gonna start ripping on me more and more. Oh, look, there goes Orange City fire. They're just jealous, dude. But if I close this door, right, we had pretty good fire coming out of there. If I open up this one now, yeah, there's a lot of smoke, but there's not a lot of heat in there, right? That door in between is kind of what's holding it behind. Once I take that door out, whoo, now it's gonna get a lot hotter. And what we're gonna get is fire eventually, because again, it's gonna wanna find that oxygen source. It's gonna go across the ceiling. It's gonna come, yeah, don't try to inhale the smoke, please. It's gonna come up and across, and then it's gonna get pulled back in. The wind is kind of messing with us a little bit here. But again, that neutral plane sitting right about here, you can see that the smoke is getting sucked back in on the bottom because that fire is just trying to breathe at the moment. Once this starts to get a little bit darker here, I'll try to take the lighter and I'll see if I can light that smoke off. It's not there yet. It just needs more fuel particles in that smoke, and then it'll hit an ignition point and we can get it to go. But if I open up this door, we'll get fire coming out the door, and that window down there should start to become.
That is cool. That is cool. Can I get a picture of it like that? Thank you. That's sick.
Right? Yeah, no worries, man. If you guys are able to look inside from your angle over there, you can actually see the fire room through that door.
Oh, I see the fire coming out.
Yeah, you'll see it. It'll start tracking through, right?
Cool. I mean, an actual fire.
Uh-huh.
Like the walls that are in between the rooms.
Yep.
Isn't the fire going to spread through the walls
No.
eventually?
No, drywall doesn't burn. Eventually it will weaken and fall apart, but it won't just spread through. Just like in here, right? This plywood is holding a barrier, physical barrier. Eventually it'll burn through, but as of right now, it's just holding it in place. I start to open this up.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are gonna feel that radiant heat right now.
That is sick.
Feels so nice on my hand. I was
That
just in
is
a freezing
sick.
cold classroom.
That is sick.
We'll try to open up for that camera though. I wanna get them a good shot too. So that room's ripping pretty good. One way I can put this fire out, simply just close the doors. I'll hold it here for a minute. If it's a leaky box, which this one is, it's gonna have a harder time suffocating it out, but you can already see that the fire is pulling back a little bit. It's less aggressive. The crackling is all died down, right?
But earlier, it was going up there in the sky. Like, it was like going.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that again. That's what we call ventilation. We do that as firefighters. We'll take chainsaws to the roof. We'll cut a hole in the roof to relieve it through the top so that it's easier for us to get inside and put the fire out. And I'll show you why in a second.
When you're going inside, I feel that like when all this smoke is coming out.
Right.
It's like it's coming out
Like right now, it's super dark and smoky in there, and it's real hot. And so for us to get into this environment, it's a little harder. But when I open up the ceiling in a minute, I'll pull everything out through the top, and you'll see all the smoke here. It'll now become an inlet. All that clean air is going to be at our backs. And that's kind of what we want when we come inside. So like, yeah, in the bottom, if you look real close, you guys can actually see that smoke that's falling, getting sucked back inside to feed that fire. It's pretty cool.
That's it.
So again, I'm going to open this up now, right?
What's happening upstairs?
Nothing. It's all nice and cold still, right? All because I have a barrier. Once I remove that door that's in here, they keep melting to it. Just don't want to burn myself when I do this part. Woo, there it goes. Yep. So now I opened up the door that was between these, right? So now when I open this up, you'll see the fire is going to come across into this room. But if I open this up now, now that smoke is a lot more flammable. Come on. Yeah, we'll get it to go here. So what we'll do right here is still not quite there, but we're getting a lot more volatile smoke. That looks a lot better. Why am I not lighting off? There it goes, starting to. Conditions have to be just right. Come on. Starting to get there. Yep. There it goes.
Oh my God.
Right, so all that fire right now is actually exterior. All that's superheated smoke and superheated gases. But that fire right now is on the outside. If I go to a fog pattern here, I can just knock that out real quick and easy. And so all I'm doing right now is just pulling smoke or pulling fire through the building. If I open this up, woo! Right?
Awesome. That is sick. Whoa.
Right, now we're starting to get a little bit more into like ventilation-induced flashover is what we consider this. If I take a lighter. Try to get it here to light back into the building. Kind of fighting me still a little bit.
Crazy how you're not scared to like get your hand on fire. Like you just put your hand right through the fire.
Oh yeah, this
You're not scared anyway. Oh, that is cool. Yeah. I want to just throw something in there right now.
So bad.
I know.
Right. So now we're starting to sustain fire up there a little bit. I didn't do anything.
By the way, you dropped the mic.
Oh, I did. Thank you. It's a much cooler box this time too, unfortunately. Maybe they'll film one more. But yeah, every time I open up a door and I give it more oxygen, see how things change for the whole building.
So would it just engulf if you opened all the doors?
Oh yeah, it'll go a lot faster. So Why do we ventilate, right? Right now it's super hot in there. It's super smoky. It's dark. Can't see anything. We're gonna have a real hard time getting in. Ugly smoke, right? Like visibility when we open that front door. Not fun for us right now. I mean, fun, but not fun. So what I can do is I can go to the roof with the chainsaw and cut a hole, right? But not really a whole lot of relief. Why? Because there's a ceiling. When I punch through the ceiling, you'll see all the lift happen at the front. And now everything
It's a chimney.
is venting just like a chimney through the roof. If I close this, everything down here is pressurized again. It gets all ugly. I don't like it, right? It's not fun. It's not easy for me. But if I open it up, I get instant changes.
That's cool.
Now, if I open up the door after the truckie's cut a hole and I don't put water on it, the fire is going to rip, and eventually I'm going to pull fire all the way up into the attic.
You have to stay in fire on the outside wall.
It's just coming out of this room still. See? And eventually, if I let it rip far enough, we'll get it up there. I could probably give it a little juice.
So if the fire were to be
No way.
There it
I was
goes.
just about to ask that.
No way.
So that was all on the inside, right? If I close it up, see how the chimney or the vent hole's still burning? It's just I pulled fire into the attic space. If I close it, now everything down below just got pressurized, right?
Yeah, the whole front's up.
The whole front's on fire because it's all pressure. All that smoke is all pressure. Now I could put it out with this bottle. It's gonna be kind of hard because this thing's got a lot of holes. But if I can pinch all this off,
Wow, you can even see like the ground, like the ground even getting on fire.
yep. So now I'm choking this thing out, right? Remember, if I remove one of those three elements of fire, this thing's gonna go out. Sorry guys, it's gonna get real smoky here for a minute.
My smoking carousels are smoke.
And I sit here and I just hold it like this for a couple minutes.
It'll die out.
It'll die out, and then I can slowly start to open up parts of it and apply water to steam it out. And now it's out. But if I give it oxygen again,
It'll reignite.
it'll reignite. We'll give it a good minute here.
Still
I
some
can-
embers in there.
Yeah, there's still definitely embers in there, right? If I open this up where the attic was,
And we started again.
yep, there we go, right? So again, it's just those three things. And we can control them in different ways to cause this fire to do kind of what we want it to do. So I'll let this thing rip again here, pretty hefty. We'll open it up. Take a look at that room here in a minute. We'll see what it looks like. Remember, that room, the door has been closed the whole time. You guys can see inside. It's starting to get. So this is what we would consider fully developed flashover. Or flashover is that first initial point when everything catches on fire all at once. And then we'll get to fully developed, and this right here is fully developed.
Awesome.
Minimal smoke coming off of it, right? Real clean combustion. If I apply water, I'm gonna have a real hard time trying to control this. Right? It's gonna kick my butt. All that radiant heat you guys are feeling, right? Where'd that Explorer go? All right,
I'm so sick.
all right.
Can I do it?
Promise, right?
I just like do this right here.
Yeah, so
Good.
Right.
You got donors.
Damn.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Here you go. We'll knock it out the rest of the way, right? So get in through that top window where you can see it, in there through the bottom. in over there, and then we'll actually scoot it down that way because we got to get through the attic space. The attic space is still on fire.
I got a good video of me doing
On the
that.
top?
Yep. Yeah, right through that top hole.
So, hypothetically, if you take a sledgehammer, would that thing just shatter?
What?
You have a sledgehammer.
I'm going to use my hands in a minute. You can come back this way. So one of the things we have to do, we constantly have to move around when we're putting a fire out because there's all those little spaces and corners. Yeah, you're going to get wet. Sorry, buddy. Use one hand to hold that so it doesn't spray you as much. And then we'll spray the other one. We'll spray the upper one. I'll open this up real quick. All right, we're good. That's it. Good job. Knock the fire out. All right, so now as firefighters, we're not done all the way yet. We still have to overhaul. And overhaul basically means just put out all the little bits of hidden fire in there. All the little embers, everything in there that would potentially cause this thing to rekindle. Because we don't want to come back, and I don't want Orange County Fire to come back on a dumpster fire tonight, right? Yeah, you can see in there, there's still some embers in there. It's still glowing nice and hot. You're good, Dad, I got it. I'm just gonna tip it to this side.
Going back or forward?
I'll just save it to this side. Hold on. So now, I'm just gonna pull this thing back.
Oh wow, all the floors collapsed.
I'm gonna knock it over.
That's cool.
Then we'll open it up. So here's the attic space. That was my water bottle that was in the attic. For those of you guys that were curious. That's a water bottle that was just in there. I mean, a little under direct flame impingement, but nothing too crazy.
Plastic.
It's just plastic. See how it melted?
Yeah.
I was talking about those petroleum-based fuels, how plastic stuff melts down. I'll turn it this way so the camera can see it too. And then I'll open this up.
Kick it in. That'd be cool.
Okay.
That is cool.
That is real cool.
So how do we figure out as an arson investigator or for the fire department where this fire actually started at?
Where it's destroyed the most.
Where it's destroyed the most with the charring, right? So looking at this, again, we all witnessed how this thing started. We know who our arsonist was, right? We would come through and look and say, okay, well, this is alligatored and falls apart real easily and charred. This over here, not as much, right? So, okay, so it probably started over here, right? Longer burn time. Then we look up here and we're like, yeah, this isn't nearly as charred. Same with up here in the attic. Like, yeah, this side definitely took more heat compared to that side. This was our closed bedroom, right? So I'll show you guys that here in a second.
Ooh. That's thirsty.
Still flames good. Yeah, they still like kind of
This thing fell off. Hold on one sec. So, if you look at it, one second here. It's actually still kind of warm up on my knee. So if you look at it, can you guys tell which room the bedroom door was closed in?
Yep.
Yep.
Right.
The one that's not completely charred.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So that would make it a lot more survivable for something as simple as closing your door. Now we let that thing get fully involved and ripped to the point where the floors were giving out, yet this wall is still not showing that much damage. You can see down here on the ground is a lot clearer than up here at the top, right? Because when it did get going in there, everything was coming up to the top and smoke staining and sitting up there. That's why it's important to get low, get out, close the doors if you guys can on your way out. Don't run back into a burning building and be like, I didn't close my bedroom door, right? So we don't want to go back in there. If you're out, right? Let the fire department do it at that point. But on your way out, if you remember, try to do it. The limit and save a bunch of your stuff. Otherwise, just go make it more of a fun fire for me, dude, right? When I show up, I got a lot more work to do, and I like running fires, right? It's fun. So, but yeah, any questions on it, guys? Make sense a little bit?
Yeah.
Kind of cool to learn about, something new. You can add some fire.
Why y'all clap it up then?
There you go. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.